Father's Day weekend was full of presidential politics from both presumptive nominees. Former President Donald Trump campaigned in the battleground state of Michigan, while President Biden traveled to California, where he joined former President Barack Obama at a star-studded Hollywood fundraiser. Nancy Cordes has more now from the White House. She's been following it. Nancy, good morning.
Tony, good morning to you. Happy day after Father's Day. The Biden campaign says the president raised more than $30 million at this weekend's L.A. fundraiser. That would be a record for a single Democratic Party event. This adds to his significant cash advantage over former President Trump with 4.5 months to go before Election Day.
Not on my watch. Not on my watch.
Tickets to President Biden's star-studded fundraiser ranged from $250 to $500,000. On stage, he warned the Hollywood A-listers in the audience about what he thinks a second Trump term could mean for the nation's highest court.
The next president is likely to have 2 new Supreme Court nominees. 2 more. The Supreme Court has never been as out of kilter as it is today.
Biden jetted to California directly from Italy, where he and his fellow G7 leaders announced a flurry of new financing and new weapons for Ukraine as it struggles to fend off Russia.
We're going to stand with Ukraine.
Back in the States this weekend, former President Donald Trump called Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky the, quote, greatest salesman of all time.
Every time he comes to our country, he walks away with $60 billion.
Trump claimed he'd be able to end the 2.5-year war right away.
I will have that settled prior to taking the White House as president-elect. I will have that settled.
Trump made those comments in the battleground state of Michigan, where at a separate event to court black voters, he said this about President Biden.
He's been the worst president for black people. He's been the worst president for Hispanic people.
A recent CBS News poll finds President Biden holds a large lead nationwide among likely black voters, but not quite as large as it was in 2020.
He's been convicted of...
In a new ad out this morning, the Biden campaign takes aim at Trump's recent guilty verdict in his hush money trial.
This election is between a convicted criminal who's only out for himself and a president who's fighting for your family.
At one of his events this weekend, Trump said that some of the leaders at the Pentagon are, quote, weak, pathetic, and bad. He's expected to meet with House Speaker Mike Johnson today at Mar-a-Lago. Speaker Johnson saying confidently that they are going to be discussing plans for after the election. Nate?
Nancy, thank you.